Hi, this is Greg Cagle, your instructor for Anatomy and Physiology or Structure and Function G150. Welcome to class, and the purpose of this video is to go over a number of different announcements that will help you succeed. So with that said, let's jump right into it. A few things um, as we get started. One is I encourage you to dive into the class and find the Getting Started tab to begin to navigate around the course to find the different little areas that will help you succeed. So with that said, let's jump into the various different announcements. First of all, this class will leave you with a ton of new information and a wealth of new knowledge that should be very functional for you, especially if you've chosen to go into the medical field. With that said, I'm sure at this point you maybe are a little bit excited, a little anxious. Let's just say I'm here to help you. I'm here to make this a great learning experience, and don't need to feel that way. I think you can just begin to settle in and have a good time with this class. I will say that there's some work in the class, and most good things come with a little bit of work. So, with that said, there will be some challenges, and there will be some hard work. But hard work is nothing to get too excited about. So, with that said, we'll jump into it, and we'll go from there. This class is a standardized class, which basically means that everybody who takes G150 will have a very similar experience, however, a little bit different flair or flavor with the different instructors. And with that said, hopefully I bring a good flair or a good flavor to the class. First of all, let's say I do have a heart for students. I'm kind. You can reach out to me if you need to reach out to me. Matter of fact, my cell phone number, 701-595-0818. And that's a Google number, so you'll be able to get a hold of me if you need to get a hold of me. A lot of people will ask, what's this instructor like? I think I've already kind of begun to give you a little bit of an idea of how I handle things. I'd like to think I'm fair, logical, level-headed, and have a heart for my students. So, please, again, contact me, send me an email if you need to email me. And call me if you've got questions and so on. A couple of things. One, let's talk a little bit about announcements. I do post quite a few announcements. Please, please, please keep your eye on those announcements. They will indeed help you succeed. So again, use those announcements. They're there for you. I like to do video announcements. I like to post videos for educational purposes. I like to give written announcements. It just really helps you understand where I'm coming from and how I'm handling the class. Another question I often get is, why are there so many assignments in this class? And again, I mentioned it's standardized. I can't change the number of assignments. So with that idea, a statistic. We've learned in academia or in the college level world, students that fall behind tend to stay behind and tend to also fall farther behind. So really make it your goal to stay caught up with the class. And if you find yourself getting behind a little bit, work hard to free up some time in your life to spend working on your class. This is an important step that you've decided to take to go to school, and so make it a priority. I don't want to tell you all the things I did when I was in school to get through. Many nights up to midnight and many hours with fellow classmates studying. So you just do what you got to do to get through it. So another question I often get is, how do I get help if I need help? A few things. One, you can contact the Learning Center at your campus to get hooked up with a tutor. You can contact the librarian at your campus, or talk to your dean if you're having some issues and need a little bit of help. You can also reach out to me. I will try to help you if at all possible. So there's help out there. Find it if you need it, and basically get that crucial help that you need. Another question I get quite often is, does the instructor accept late work? Well, yes and no. I'm pretty firm and pretty strict on my late policy, and basically the reason why is I want students to stay caught up, and it really, if you get behind, it's just trouble, and it tends to stay behind. And so I like to emphasize it's more important to just stay caught up and get the things done that need to get done. I do have a few policies. I have the policies for the late assignments posted in the instructions. Please read those if you find yourself moving into the late territory. Basically, you have the option of using a mulligan. You have the option of taking the late penalty. and so on. Now, I will emphasize that a discussion missed is a discussion not participated in, or a discussion that's late is not accepted after the deadline. And the reason why is basically there's nobody there to discuss anything with. They've all moved on to the next part of the class. So again, make sure you get those discussions done on time. I don't accept mulligans for discussions. I don't accept any late posts. Once it's been graded and it's past the deadline, we've moved on. So again, don't miss those discussions. Those are crucial. Exams, quizzes, yes, you can use a mulligan on those. And again, read up on the mulligan and what that is. I don't need an email if you want to use a mulligan. I just need you to post in the notes section of the Dropbox that you want to use the mulligan for any assignment at any time during the class, and you have 2 mulligans during the course of the class. Again, read up on how to use those if you need to use one. If you run into a serious situation, you're in the hospital, an immediate family member has died, contact me. I will work with you on that and tell you what to do. But I am going to need some proof. In other words, I don't just take your word for it, because some students have told me many things over the years. I'll need a note from the funeral home. Any funeral home in America offers those certificates of attendance. I've never had issues with students getting those. And I have done that a number of times. So certificate of attendance to the funeral will really help you if you have to attend a funeral. I don't mean to be hard at a time like this, but I've had some students pull some pretty dirty tricks on me over the years. So with that said, make sure you're just providing me proof. Hospital note helps if you're in the hospital, that kind of stuff. Another question I often get is, do the assignments need to be in APA format? The only assignment, there's 2 things in the course that I look for to be in APA formatting. One is the weekly assignments, and it's pretty simple. Cover page, written content, and after the written content, a reference page. That's all I look for. And to have it basically in general APA format will really help you as you go through the class. So yes, the APA format for the written assignment and also the project. Those are the 2 things that need to be in APA format. During the written assignment, the question I often get is, well, our textbook is the reference. I only use my textbook. Do I need to list that? And the answer is yes. I'm trying to get us in the habit of listing our reference on the reference page, even if it's only our textbook. And the reason why, the project does require good quality references for that assignment, and so I want to get us comfortable with that APA format stuff on the written assignments during the week, various weeks, so when we get to the project, it's pretty easy. Which brings me to the section about quality references. What is a quality reference? Now, during the week, you may only use our textbook, but if you do find yourself using other sources, please list those. Those are good things to list on your assignment, and it supports your assignment. But again, what is a quality reference? And we'll talk more about that as we go throughout the course, but basically what I'm looking for in my reference section, or your reference section, is research articles, journal articles, textbooks, case studies from a quality source. Is the website is a general website a quality source? No, it's not. Anybody can put anything on the web. So I look for things like Medline, which is pubmed.com, pubmed.com. I look to see if you've been using the Rasmussen library search engines. You can find some wonderful research through their search engines online. I've done it myself. The first time I went in, it took me about 3 minutes to find that section and do a search for some research articles. So again, very easy to do. You'll just use your regular course password to get into the library, and then you can begin searching the research articles. And by the way, for those students that do that, boy, I grade them really easy. They just almost always fly right through because they've got good quality research supporting their work. So with that said, good quality research, you can do that on your weekly assignments as well, and I also encourage it in your discussion section of the course. People who reference articles and reference textbooks and things like that in their weekly discussion, likewise I tend to grade them very kindly during the week because they've proven to me that they've supported their opinion. The discussions, by the way, during the week, I do look for a few things. One is I look for good quality content, not just merely opinions. This isn't a blog. This is an academic discussion on the question for the week. And so, please do bring references in. You'll get a better grade if you do that. On your initial discussion post and your final discussion post. So again, references are important. And kind of as another note, please make sure that you're running spell check, grammar checks. If English is not your first language and you struggle a little bit with grammar or a lot with grammar, have somebody else read your papers for you and make some give some feedback. I've had some students over the years who struggle immensely with their language barrier, and they have proven that finding somebody else to go through their work has dramatically improved their grade. So again, please tap into your resources and submit good quality work. I don't grade based on who you are. I grade merely just based on the quality of your submission. So, matter of fact, most of the time I don't even look at the name when I do the grading. So, take your time to give a good quality submission on your work. All right, moving on. I think we've talked about the mulligans. Again, read up on those. That really is about it for the class. A couple things. Just reach out if you need help. I'm here. Also, with that said, please begin to navigate around the course and take some time to introduce yourself in the introduction section. You'll find the section as you begin to read around about how to introduce yourself. So with that said, thank you. Welcome to class. Tell us who you are, and let's have some fun together.